So we're still talking about proportions, but we're going to look at proportions a little bit differently today. We're going to talk about some units of measurement and how to convert them. So how do you convert yards to inches, feet to miles, so on and so forth. So your lesson or your goal for today is I can write and solve proportions in order to convert units of measurement. And it's very basic. It's just a proportion, but we're going to look at it from a different angle. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember, you can always rewind, fast forward, or pause the video to match the speed that you need it. So on each one of these slides, you're going to see that I have some information here, some conversion charts. You're going to need to use these conversion charts in order to solve your problem. So the first thing that we need to realize is that we have feet and we have yards. So we're going to set up a proportion with the initial question. So we have 33 feet over x yards equals. And the reason why the x is yards is because we don't know what it is. Now, go into your conversion chart and find which row talks about feet and yards at the same time. It is this row right here, and it tells us 1 yard equals 3 feet. So put it into our proportion. The top is feet, so that's 3. The bottom is yards, and that's 1. Now we're going to go ahead and solve like a normal proportion. X times 3 is 3x. 1 times 33 is 33. Let's set them equal to each other. 33 equals 3x. Go ahead and box the variable. Divide by what's attached to it. The 3's cancel out and you're left with x equals 33 divided by 3 is 11. So your answer to the problem is 33 feet equals 11 yards. Not too bad. Let's try another one. All right, so here we have 2 tons and X number of pounds. So we're going to set up our initial proportion here. We have 2 tons at the top, X pounds at the bottom, and I'm going to put my equal sign. Now we have a different set of units up here, so you want to find the one that addresses tons and pounds. You'll notice that LB or LBS is a shortened version and abbreviated version to write pounds. So if you're looking at this line right here, you are correct. We have 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So we have tons on top, which is going to be 1. We have pounds on the bottom, which is going to be 2,000. We're going to go ahead and cross multiply. X times 1 is 1x. 2,000 times 2 is going to be 4,000. All right, so we have 4,000 equals 1x. So we're going to go ahead and box the variable, divide by the coefficient that's attached to it, which is 1. So we're going to do it to both sides. These 1's cancel out. We're left with x equals 4,000 divided by 1 is 4,000. X equals 4,000. That means 2 whole tons equals 4,000 pounds. All right, let's try another one. So here we have a cute little graphic that shows us how cups convert to pints and quarts and gallons. So you'll see 2 cups equals 1 pint. Okay, 2 pints equals 1 quart, 4 quarts equals 1 gallon, so on and so forth. So in this conversion, we're converting pints to cups. So let's set up our first proportion. So 20 pints over X cups. Look for the line that talks about pints and cups. If you found this line right here, you are correct. So we have 1 pint, which is on the top, is 2 cups, and cups are on the bottom. Let's go ahead and cross multiply. X times 1 is 1x. 2 times 20 is 40. Set them equal to each other. 40 equals 1x. Box your variable. divide by the coefficient that's attached to it. The 1's cancel. X equals 40 divided by 1 is 40. That means that 20 pints equals 40 cups. All right, we have another one here. So now what we're going to do is convert centimeters into meters. So let's set up our first proportion, and I'm going to move this down just a little bit, but that is also a helpful conversion. So we're going to have 8,100 centimeters over X meters. Okay, find the line that talks about centimeters and meters. If you guess this line right here, you're correct. We'll have 1 meter, that's on the bottom, equals 100 centimeters. That's on the top. Now let's cross multiply. X times 100 is 100x. 1 times 8,100 is 8,100. Let's set them equal to each other. 8,100 equals 100x. We're going to box the variable, divide by 100, divide the other side by 100 as well. Those cancel, and you're left with x equals, and if you divide 8,100 divided by 100, you're going to get 81. That means 8,100 centimeters will equal 81 meters. Okay, we have another example here. We're going to go from kilograms to grams. So set up the first part of our proportion. 5 kilograms over X grams equals. Find the line that has kilograms and grams. If you guess this line right here, you're correct. So we have 1 kilogram, that's on the top, equals 1,000 grams. That's on the bottom. Let's go ahead and cross multiply. X times 1 is 1x. 1,000 times 5 is going to be 5,000. Set them equal to each other. 5,000 equals 1x. We're going to go ahead, box the variable. Divide by the coefficient, which is 1. Divide by 1 on the other side. These guys cancel out. X equals 5,000 divided by 1 is simply 5,000. That means 5 kilograms equals 5,000 grams. All right, we have another example here. So we have 9,500 milliliters translated to liters. So let's go ahead and write the first part of that proportion. I'm going to move this guy out of the way just a little bit. Okay, so we have 9,500 milliliters over X liters. Now, I made it pretty easy with this one. We only have one line of conversions. So we have 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. So 1 liter goes on the bottom, 1,000 goes on the top. Let's cross multiply. X times 1,000 is 1,000x. 1 times 9,500 is 9,500. Set them equal to each other. 9,500 equals 1,000x. I don't have a lot of space, but I'm going to box the variable. Divide by 1,000. Divide by 1,000 on the other side as well. These cancel, and you're left with x equals. And when you do 9,100 divided by 1,000, you're going to get 9.5, which means that 9,500 milliliters equals 9.5 liters. All right, that is the end of this lesson. Remember, you can always go back, rewind, fast forward, or pause as you need to. And as always, you can ask me any questions that you have in class.